So I've been lifting for about 9 years, and about a year ago, I had to stop hitting my shoulders because I wasn't able to do anything overhead, I wasn't able to do any shoulders, and I wasn't able to do anything for chest, no benching, anything like that, because my shoulder impingement had gotten so bad. In the last 4 months, I've been doing lots of stretches, lots of rehab exercises, and I've been able to actually incorporate a bunch of incline presses, a bunch of shoulder exercises again. And so today in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly what I have done for my shoulders. This is not professional doctor advice, but this is just showing you what I've done and what's helped me a lot with my shoulder injury. So let's just jump right into it. When you're trying to avoid an impingement injury, or if you're dealing with already inflamed shoulders, learn how to depress your shoulder blades. Right now, I'm showing you what most people end up doing when they try to depress their shoulder, which is not correct. You see I shrugged my traps up high, and you can see my shoulders moving all over as I'm putting my hands over my head and whatnot. When you do depress your shoulder blades, you push them down towards your hips instead of pulling them together left and right and up towards your head. Now you'll see my shoulders are in place as I move, and this has been such a huge help for me. If you're not doing this on your chest and shoulder exercises, you really should, whether you have impingement injuries or not. Now what you're looking at right now is a warm-up exercise that I think is really awesome. You can use a PVC pipe or a broomstick or whatever it is, pretty much a weightless bar, and while keeping your shoulder blades depressed, you're just bringing it up and over your head like I'm doing, and then you can do this kind of a 360 motion, and this really helps warm the shoulders up and keep them away from impingement. The next one is called a sleeper stretch, and I really like this one. All you have to do is lay on your rib cage in the outside border of your shoulder blade, which you'll be able to feel. Then you're going to grab the arm that's on the ground with the opposite arm, pull the elbow off the ground about an inch, and then crank it using your elbow to push the hand forward. You'll feel a good stretch, and you'll know when to not go any farther. You can also just press down using your hand, especially for those of you who aren't as limber and are not able to reach over all the way to grab your elbow. This one you probably seen me do before. Basically, you're just going to put your hands behind your back, pull them up as high as you can, and then just press your chest up, pushing your elbows forward, and you will definitely feel the stretch. This one's awesome. This exercise is probably one of the most important. This is external and internal rotations on the cable pulley. This is going to strengthen your rotator cuff, which is going to make everything easier for you if you have impingement injuries or impingement issues. Basically, you want to depress your shoulder blades like I was talking about before and rotate your arm as far out as it will let you go. When you first start this exercise, I like to start with the very lightest weight on the pulley, and then when you get stronger, you can move it up, but never do this exercise to the point that you are shaking and violently, like just barely making it through the set. This is not something that you're trying to use tons of weight on. I like to perform this exercise about 2 to 3 times each side with about 12 to 16 reps each side, and I like to do this before I hit any upper body day just to get my body completely warmed up. Then we're basically going to do the opposite, and in this exercise, again, depressing your shoulder blade first, and then just rotating your arm until you're inwards as far as you can go. This next exercise couldn't be more straightforward. All it is you're gonna grab a pull-up bar about shoulder width apart and just hang there for as long as you can go, about 30 to 60 seconds. This one is great for after a workout. Now I wanna talk about some exercises that you can implement once your shoulder impingement starts to feel a little better after you've done some of the previous exercises and rehab exercises. Basically, I'm doing a lateral cable pulley raise, and I'm trying to keep my shoulder blade depressed as I go through the movement. Right now, I'm showing you what happens when you don't keep your shoulder blade depressed. You go all wacky, you see my shoulders moving up and down, crazy out of place, and then I stop, I depress my shoulder blade, set it so that it's nice and firm, and then we're gonna go up and down. You see my shoulder doesn't move much. You see my elbow and my hands are the things that are moving. This is the difference between impinging your shoulder and not impinging your shoulder. This is what it looks like from the back. You can see my shoulder is not moving much. It's because my shoulder blade is depressed. When you don't actively think about depressing your shoulder blade and you allow your shoulder to move in and out, up and down, wherever it wants to go freely, eventually you will run into issues of impinging your shoulder. Face pulls are great for increasing rotator cuff strength as well as posterior delt tightness, which are both going to help you a lot with your impingement injuries. Keep your shoulder blades depressed as you pull the ropes apart and you pull the middle of the ropes right towards the bridge of your nose. Give it a tight squeeze at the top and let it down nice and slow as well as controlled. This next exercise is going to strengthen a lot of things inside of you, but it's also going to teach you how to keep your shoulder blades depressed. Basically, you're going to kneel down and use a pulley that is above your body. That way you have to actively think about keeping your shoulder blades pulled down as you are pulling the weight towards your hips for a kneeling row. Now, one of the first chest exercises that I returned back to after feeling my shoulders kind of get a little better is actually an incline bench machine instead of something that you might think like a dip or a decline. And the reason why why is because I'm pressing upwards, meaning that the weight is pressing downwards, which is helping me keep my shoulder blades depressed. This is such a huge factor when it comes to impinging or pinching or inflaming your shoulders. You have to make sure that they are staying depressed. Now I want to demonstrate to you guys what I mean by not doing dips or decline presses as soon as you get back from a shoulder injury. You can see I'm losing tightness in my shoulder blades. I'm allowing my shoulder blades not to be depressed anymore. And again, I'll show you as I go throughout this dip movement. You can see no matter how tight I try to stay, my shoulder blades go up. I can't keep them depressed. So I personally don't think that they are the best exercise to jump into after recovering. All right guys, so that is everything that I have done to rehabilitate my shoulder and I'm still currently doing. There's also a few other things, you know, I'll Google and I'll figure out and I'll be like, oh, I'll try that. So definitely keep your mind open to different things that you could possibly do. Do keep in mind that this is not a professional routine. This is not professional advice. This is just literally something that I did to help my shoulder. And keep in mind also that my shoulder was not acutely injured. It didn't snap up or nothing. It just progressively got more inflamed and more impinged as it went. And then eventually it caused me to have limited range of motion and limited ability to do certain exercises that I wanted to do before. The last tip that I do want to give you guys, if you do end up trying this routine, is if anything ever hurts, don't push through it. Don't feel your shoulders kind of impinging or pinching or anything like that, and then just keep going because it's getting your shoulder better. If it hurts, stop. Don't continue that day. Wait until another day when your shoulder's a little less impinged and a little less inflamed to continue. A little bit different of a video today. You guys requested this one so much in the comments, especially for me, you know, putting so much emphasis on my shoulder injury, especially through the Hercules series, which will be coming back. A little foreshadowing right there. So I hope this video helped you. If you have anything to add, please put it in the comments below because I know a lot of you guys are way more experienced with this type of thing than me. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Team Beyond the Week, CT.
Lift heavy or die MIRIN, motherfucker.
Team Beyond the Week, CT.
Lift